Tennessee Titans at the Arizona Cardinals, Sunday 4:05. Titans still looking for their first win. Arizona lost their last two. They're 2-2, but favored by 8.5 here against the Titans. Over-unders 41.5.
8.5 for Arizona. Whew.
Yeah.
Yeah. Arizona remain that team that I just find very difficult to trust in any and all situations.
Yeah. They're coming off a tough one with Seattle. The offense was very bad. We talked a ton about Marvin Harrison Jr. and all the issues there. But I think the Cardinals' defense and, the Titans, no rhythm offensively. There's like one or two plays per game where you're like, hey, there's Cam Ward. There's his number one overall talent. It was a touchdown a few weeks ago against the Rams on a throwback. It was an early scramble drill last week against the Texans. But it's another week, though, because as bad as the Titans' offense has been, they faced the Rams' defensive front. They've played the Broncos.
Yeah.
They played the Texans. I mean, they've had a rough stretch of, forget easing Cam Ward into this thing. The offensive line has been stressed. They've been awful. And there's just no rhythm for the Titans. And I think it's going to be tough against this Cardinals defensive line as well.
Yeah, they face some very good defenses, and that's obviously a huge part of some of their struggles. But they've given up 17 sacks as an offense. Only the Vikings have given up more. They've given up, I think, more pressure than the Vikings, and significantly more, I think. And only some of that is the fact that they face very good defenses. I think this is just a really problematic offensive group. The offensive line is not nearly strong enough. The receiving core is not nearly strong enough. Too much is being asked of Cam Ward. And some of the way he plays the game is going to skew towards making those things worse as well.
Yeah.
So they're just undermatched, I think. They don't have enough.
Calvin Ridley, questionable. Starting guard Kevin Zeitler, questionable. We'll see. J.C. Latham officially questionable. Not sure if he's ready to come back or not for the Titans. And then for Arizona, again, I think you're just looking for some rhythm on offense. They're down James Conner, they're starting back, and then late in the game last week against Seattle, Trey Benson, second-year backup, he came out as well. So now you're down to third string running back there, and that could be a factor in the game. If they can't really get the run game going, and it's all on Kyler Murray in the pass game, that does give the Titans a chance to keep this thing close.
Yeah, and I actually like their third-string running back generally, DeMarcado, but when they've been forced to use him before as the next man up, they don't just give him the workload that the other two guys get.
Right.
So they don't necessarily just say, all right, DeMarcado is going to be an every down bell cow here. Michael Carter did that more the last time this happened, so this will be – because I think DeMarcado is a better running back than Michael Carter, but previously they kind of defaulted to Carter being the bell cow if this situation arises.
Hey guys, real quick, only 40% of our viewers are actually subscribed, so let's change that. Hit that subscribe button, and now let's get back to the action. So yeah, if the onus is on Arizona's pass game, then all eyes on Kyler and Marvin Harrison Jr. again.
Yeah.
And I'll be keeping on that just from just from a storyline perspective, though. If he went from a slump to, okay, at least I can make a contested catch, I can catch the ball, it's a huge factor to get him going, because if Marvin Harrison Jr. is a one, Michael Wilson, Zay Jones, they're nice compliments, and of course Trey McBride, still one of the best tight ends in the league, then you can start to get some rhythm in this pass game. There's been no rhythm for this offense. Very inconsistent this entire year, and a lot of it starts with Kyler and Marvin Harrison. That's it.
Yeah, the thing to monitor with that is how quickly can a guy get confidence? You hear about it in soccer all the time. Like a striker is low in confidence, he just needs a goal. One goal, click, back in confident world, and he's going again, right? Is that the way it works with wide receiver? Marvin Harrison just needs one play where he mosses a guy, which he had in the last game, right? Did that do it? Is Marvin Harrison now, click, he's back to being college Marvin Harrison where he's just a baller? Or does it take a couple of games where Marvin Harrison looks very good, or even just a game, like one full game as opposed to a half, where Marvin Harrison looks good, makes the plays he's supposed to make, and makes a couple of big plays as well? That will be – because I think, you're dealing with a guy who hasn't necessarily shown much, but what he is showing at the moment, or had been, is a real loss of confidence. I mean, that – the Moss play in the end zone, two things were that stood out about that. Number one, it was a great play, the type of which he hasn't made much of this season. But number two was the relief. Like, he didn't react in a way that was like excited, happy. He reacted like, oh, thank God, I finally didn't screw it up.
That's what I mean. Like, we don't touch on the human element of emotions of playing the game. We're very analytical in a lot of our analysis, but just the mental state of Marvin Harrison Jr. is a huge story for Arizona and their prospects.
Yeah, and it's probably a huge part of why they're not on the same page and not able to connect. But if that's where he was before that play, did all of that dissipate with like one dominant play where he just looked, this was what he's used to doing? Did that immediately like knock all the cobwebs of that funk out of it? Or, does that take a while to build back? I don't know what the answer to that is.
Well, let's make some picks here. Arizona by 8.5. Is that too much against this Titans team?
Apparently, according to my pick, it is, though I don't know why. I'm going with Tennessee to cover 8.5.
I'll take Arizona. I'm not trusting the Titans yet, and vibes aren't great right now.
They're
not. Harry's going to take Arizona as well.
Hot seat coach?
Possibly.
Thanks for watching all the way to the end of the video.
Check the Mic is live every Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday, so be sure to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss a thing.
And the all-knowing algorithm is convinced you'll also like these videos, and who are we to argue?